goodies, they live in a jar. What's up, Investomaniacs? Knight Rider here, and today we're talking about the iconic brand, the one, the only. You guys know it. We're talking about Starbucks, man. Why are they the iconic brand? Why are they the global leader? Because they're brand experts. They basically developed the modern day coffee industry by themselves. They own this space. They're the worldwide leaders, and they're raking in the dough. Why make billions when you could make millions? All right, but hey, what is it really that people love about this company? Hey, they do have amazing coffee. They did take the quality of coffee and the variety of coffee to a whole new level. But they're also great at branding, just like Apple and some high quality cars and clothing people want to show. They want on their cup, look, I went to Starbucks. They want people to see, and that really helps growth when you have people doing your advertising for you. Starbucks is also known for being socially progressive and environmentally friendly. That's important to their young millennial consumers. They have a $1 billion sustainability bond, which will support Starbucks' ethical coffee sourcing and its greener retail initiative. Their trial launch of reusable cups in the United Kingdom, the reworking of their water usage, which saves 150 gallons of water per store per day. That adds up when you have tens of thousands of stores. And their vow to eliminate plastic straws globally by 2020. A portion of that $1 billion sustainability bond, $1 billion, will also support a $20 million equity investment in Responsibility Investments, AG, that's the name, Responsibility Investments, AG, as part of the Starbucks Global Farmer Fund, which supports coffee farmers and their communities. The current CEO, Kevin Johnson, replaced long-term CEO Howard Schultz. Good luck in the presidential race, Schultz. When Johnson took the position, he pledged to take Starbucks from 26,000 stores to 37,000 stores by 2021. And so far, he's making good on that promise. They're now at 33,000 stores. He approached Patrick Grimsmer, not sure if I'm saying that name right, I've only read it, Patrick Grimsmer as the chief financial officer late last year, who is expected to further usher Starbucks into the future as he has 25 years of leadership experience at global consumer-facing growth companies like Yum Brands, hey, they own KFC and Taco Bell, as well as at Disney. Investors have been rewarded as shares have increased from $54 to $82 just in the past year alone. Guys, that's over a 50% increase. That does not happen very often for $100 billion companies. But is there more growth ahead? The domestic market has been relatively satiated for Starbucks for several years now, with only about 3 to 4% store unit growth per year. However, international growth is a different story. That's going strong, particularly in China, where they are working with about 50,000 partners and opening roughly 600 stores per year. That's a store about every 15 hours. At the 39th Annual Consumer Conference this year on June 6th, CFO Patrick Grimsmer stated they are developing aggressively in China thanks to a fruitful partnership with Alibaba. Okay, that's the way that Jack Ma says. He goes, Alibaba, Alibaba. The coffee market is relatively underdeveloped in China, right? It's not like it is in the US. They're a lot more tea, right? Everybody knows about China, right? They like tea more. So again, we're trying to develop that market in China. And Grimsmer states that Starbucks, like they had in America, that first mover advantage, now they have that first mover advantage in China. When speaking about total sales and profits, Grimsmer said about 80% of their growth is from new unit development, while about 20% of their growth is through improved same-store sales. Grimsmer also noted how their aggressive growth strategy may cannibalize some stores' sales, but overall this is a measured approach. They're being careful about it, and this will benefit the company overall. Mid last year, Starbucks and Nestle announced a global partnership and have begun rolling out their first set of products in the United States, Asia, Europe, Latin America, and and the Middle East. Starbucks revenue grew at 4.5% year over year, and its most, look at this, in 2018, they grew at about 10.5%. Also, their earnings per share, now that's a lot more impressive. They're growing at about 13% this last quarter year over year, but in 2018, they grew earnings per share at 64.5%. Beautiful. Hey, if you are looking for a high quality value company which still has a decent amount of growth and a solid 1.89% dividend, I say Starbucks is a buy.